right, so like the description says, got a couple goals to accomplish this morning. My first goal is to see if I can melt this tin. It's 99.99% pure with a basic butane torch. My second goal is to see if I can cover this glass vial in a thin layer of tin and that it stays on the vial. Third goal is to cover a piece of this apatite in the tin to where it still looks appealing to both the apatite and the tin. Uh, Later on in the video, I'm going to be giving this guy away, so stay tuned for that. I'm actually not sure what this guy is, so if you do know, let me know, and it's going to be the exact one. But for now, I'm going to put him down here. So let's get on with it. I hope you guys are all having a good morning. It's 10:33 a.m. where I am, and I am ready to try to melt this tin. First things first, obviously I'm melting metal, so you should do as I say, not as I do, and use safety precautions such as a mask and eye protection more than this. You also need a fire extinguisher, some safety gloves, all the good stuff to be safe. Protect yourself. All right, so at this point I have this as high as it's going to go. Hey BK Gold, how's it going? I have this torch as high as it's going to go, and it doesn't look like it's really going to... Oh, I lied. It's melting the tin. So let's see if it gets it to a point that I feel is comfortable. But it's not really... It's just kind of reshaping it. It's not really melting it all so much. When melting tin, there's supposedly a screeching noise, so stay tuned for that. Hey man, playing with some metal. Give me a second, I'll show you what's going on. So that is the noise that you're hearing. I don't know if you can hear it up there. It's a small little pop. I don't think that's the tin screech, but what I'm going to try to do is real quick while it's at this state, just kind of keep it almost liquid, and then just turn the glass in it so it will go. Oh, yep. Okay, so I'm turning off the torch now. Yeah, that's good news, man. So this is what I got. I was able to actually get it to cover some of the glass, and the small was able to melt it. But I kind of cheated, and on my lunch break last night, I've melted some, and I found out it might not stick. So I'm going to dip this in water. And we'll see if this tin actually sticks on the glass. Wow. Okay, so I think maybe I just didn't put enough on last night in order for it to stay at a level that I needed it. Because this isn't really coming... Oh, did I speak too soon? It's just maybe the extra. Nope. So I was able to just pull this whole tin ring off the bottom of that glass. So that's not what we want. Because my goal is to be able to cover this whole vial in glass and then ship it out so you can melt it off. And that's not what happened here. But it is good to know that we can make little... Maybe we can coat the tin, coat bigger vials and then put smaller vials in the tin and then melt that away. Possible. All right, so this is all really hot down here. And this is what that one nugget turned into from the beginning that was slightly deformed. I melted something like this over, but tried to put it over the glass, but really just poured over the side of the aluminum can that I have it on. So that didn't work too well. Let's figure out if we can do that maybe faster. Oh, that works out pretty cool. Now I kind of have a base for this one to hold the glass while I put the top one on top of it. Maybe. Yep, that's holding it up. Nope, it's not. All right, so this time I'm actually going to use Were you guys working on outside stuff? There's that. There's that. And let's try to stick that like that. Nope. And so it's just running right off the glass. So I don't think that's a possibility the way I'm trying to do it. I did look up last night and I saw there was like a way to do it with electrolysis, but I just don't have those capabilities. I was hoping I could just melt it onto these vials, but it's just not happening. Diamond, lay down. So let's see if we can do something else. I have one of my coins out here, and I'm going to try to coat it on that and see if I can pull it off and still shape it the same way. All things considered. Probably not going to use that piece considering it's really, really wet. Really, really wet. Do you have a furnace? How are you going to melt them? Diamond, what's wrong? The squirrel's not even there. I'm thinking about there's a kit on Amazon. I wanted to get a Devil's Forge, but I just keep putting it off to where I just don't think I'm going to get one for a little bit. So I'm thinking about getting I think it's like the CC 500 kit, and it's its own furnace, and it comes with a crucible and tongs, all for about the same cost as the Devil's Forge, but it looks like it's significantly lower quality, and they don't use any cement to reinforce it. So that's what kind of keeps me back. I don't trust myself enough to build my own, to be completely honest with you. Like, I know everybody, like, people do it all the time, but that's not something I'm trying to do. Well, this one's a propane. This one is propane. It's American built, but I thought about the electric ones, but I just want, I've been stockpiling this ore for a reason, so I don't want to have to use a lot of electricity just doing a few things, All right, so of the goals that we tried to do, we failed on being able to coat the glass with the tin, because the best case scenario is it goes on a little bit and then just slides right off, and you can peel it right off, and that's not what we're trying to do. So moving on to the next thing. It's still pretty cool looking, not gonna lie, but it looks like it damaged. Yeah, this one is now damaged because of the melting. Also, not what we want to do. So we'll bring this guy over here and see that for our own private collection. Now we're going to go on to Right. And because of how things are, certain times of the year there's burn bans here. Like I'm not used to that being from New York. There's some pretty strict rules on fires and stuff. And so like depending on what's going on, I can't even use a grill. So for me to go up to the claim, because as you see, I'm in my backyard and it's not big enough to fire something up, especially with having to have diamond out here. For me to take it up to the claim, it's like specific times of the year that I would even be able to use it. So I gotta do what's kind of most reasonable. So I'm gonna weigh out these two gems. No, I'm just gonna stick to this one because this one was 1.08 grams, and this is apatite. Supposedly, I say supposedly because I bought it from a vendor, and he just it was a extremely good price for what the gemstone is. If you look it up, it's pretty expensive. So I'm saying supposedly. Not going to call anybody a liar, but I'm also not going to buy from that individual again. So okay, so that also failed. Exactly. Yeah, I've never heard of those things, but the more out west I go or south I go, I find out it's completely normal. People don't even they're not even going to argue with that. So I also failed on being able to coat this piece of apatite with this tin. So I'll try that one more time in a different way, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I might just kind of put it completely around it and try to encase it. Okay. I don't think that tin is going to hold that in. And even if it did, it wouldn't really look too appealing. Can you even see the gem in there? Yeah, there it is, peeling right off. I mean, you can see the gem more, but what is that? A blob of metal, a blob of tin around a gem? Let's see if we can shape that up a bit to something respectable. This tin melts so fast with the torch. Now the problem is I got to get this down to a size that can fit in this vial. And I don't think that's at that point yet. We got this blob of crap not going in there. So let's figure that out real quick. Is that gem going to go in there in the first place? Yeah, that gem was going to go in there. This is not the desired effect. And look at that. The supposed rock cracks. No, that's not supposed to happen. And that's why it's supposed apatite. That just crumbled all up. All right. So I'm gonna try to make a little bit of tin shot from one of these little guys. Now I've got you here. Try to make some really, really small. And then I'm going to talk about something I'm going to be adding to the website. And it's pretty much just hay dirt, but in a different way. So give me a second and I'll get to that. I want to try to take this and turn it into some little beads of tin. We'll see how that goes real quick. And I have that foreign bill to give away. I know not everybody's a paper currency kind of guy, but give it time. We'll switch you all around to everything kind of guys. All right. So I got what I wanted out of that. And I got something also that I wasn't expecting. By the way, this water has ice cubes in it. It's very, very cold. Wow. Okay, so this is the piece. Hey, Billy, how's it going? This is the piece that actually got squeezed while being melted, and you can see the inside of it. It's all bubbly. Oh, sorry about that. It's completely different. Here's another piece that was squeezed from that. Here's another piece. And here's some of the pieces of shot. It's like a little drop. And they all have that little drop piece right there. This one's really cool. It's got like a little flash. Don't worry, man. You're good. I'm melting tin, Billy. I was trying to, first off, I was trying to put it on top of some glass tubes to try to coat the tube to where I could ship it and then it could be melted away easily. That did not work out. Now I'm just taking everything and putting it in its own little glass tube after making some tin shot from one of the nuggets. And I think later on I'll try with some of the pewter. I tried with the tin first because I have a significantly less amount of the tin, so I thought I would be a little less wasteful, but that's not what happened at all. But it is a pretty cool thing to note that I can forgive me. I can put it on that coin and then peel it away. So maybe I can real quick make a tin coin. Oh yeah, there's some really smaller pieces down here. All right, give me one quick second. My metal is precious. So that one nugget turned into, dripping water on the laptop. No one's going to be happy about that. Into a vial full of shot, which is pretty cool. That's actually really cool, I think. I don't know if you guys can actually see what's going on in there. But I lied and said I was done with it for right now, but I really want to try to get at least one side of that coin. In here. So I'm going to take all these little pieces. A lot of them are wet, which is not good. But doing what we're doing. This. I don't know about you, but I haven't. It did break. The one that I was using, this is the one that I was using the most, and it cracked it. But I think its tin melts at like I think tin melts at like 910 maybe, or 920, and glass is at 1,000. So it's just below. So I was really hoping I could melt it onto this, not destroy the glass, and then it could be remelted off of it as like its own way of like looking for the gold inside. But that's not going to be possible. So now I'm going to try with the pewter, and if I can't do that, I might have to look into shocking it with some wires and seeing if I can get it to stick to that in a different way. Yeah, it is. It's really, I mean, it melted it, and it didn't completely crack it. And as you saw, I melted it on there a few times, but it just, the tin isn't sticking to it. So I'm gonna have to. I'm waiting for bismuth. I'm waiting for bismuth. I'm just kind of saving up, and then I'll be getting a good hunk of it. I spoke to this one guy who does a lot of awesome work with it, and he says whenever I'm ready, I can use his products and art as like giveaways and all sorts of things. So get ready, man. The bismuth is coming out. Caitlin loves bismuth. She wants to melt the piece that we have down, but the piece that we have down is like maybe a small little pyramid like that, and it just that might work. That might work at all. Do you have a recommendation on what type of sandpaper would sand the glass at a rate that wouldn't hurt it? Because the vials are pretty thick. Well, yeah, she wants to melt down that little piece, but you need a good amount to melt it down and form a crystal at the rate that you need. So we're just kind of waiting. Yeah? All right. We'll give it a go. Give me one quick second. I'm going to try to get the paw print in some tin. That's my goal right now. Okay. All right, I just saw the bubble. I'm gonna let it form together a bit. It's a lot of space because it was a lot of different pieces. There it goes. That wasn't a good idea. So it didn't stick to it, and it did completely destroy the color of the coin. So let's go put this in there. Let's put this in there and that in there. Everything that just happened there is what you should never do with hot metal. So the coin's a little different color, but not too much. I've got no complaints. I didn't destroy it too badly. I might even be able to actually get that off. So, all right. I see there's 3 of you guys in here. 3 of you all, excuse me. So right now we're going to do a contest for this bill. And here's how I'm going to do this. I actually don't know what country this is from or what type of currency this is from. Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem, man. Give me a little bit of time. So, like I was saying, I don't know what country this is from or what currency this is from. And I'm sorry for that. I've been looking pretty hard, but I can't seem to find it. But for the 3 of you that are here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh up this nug of tin, and then you guys are going to guess, if you want to play, what the weight is. Now, this one hasn't been touched at all by me. It's pretty much what it looked like when it came from the factory. So give me just a couple minutes and guess away. Oh, let me say, there were 11 little nuggets of tin that came, and they all 11 of them equaled a pound in total. So give it to me in grams, because I'm pretty sure that's what my scale is at. Are you ready, Billy? Do you want to play? I think there's a third person. I don't know if they want to play, but if you want to play, go ahead and get yourself ready. And give me 1 second to turn the scale on. And you can guess as many times as you want. The first person to go over, or to get it without going over, in like 1 minute, no, in 30 seconds, is going to be the winner. I'll start it when I see it at 39 exactly. You got 20 seconds. So go ahead and get yourself ready. You have 15 seconds. And we're guessing in grams. 7 seconds to guess. And the winner, again, is going to get this guy mailed to them. Putting it on the scale. Get your guesses on there. Oh my lord, I would have not done that very well. You got 15 seconds. Just keep guessing. Just keep guessing. Just keep guessing. Closest without going over. So, okay, we're going to have to keep guessing because you're both over. And Billy's got it. So it's 43.285 grams. $43.285. That's what I'm saying. You guys were both like right on the cusp. Sorry, Stewed Easy. So, Billy P, what I'm going to need you to do is email me your address, and I will mail you this guy. And you won that for nothing, just showing up, being in the live, participating. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for participating, Stewed Easy. I think you have a package coming. It should be there Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that guy. You don't want it, man? It's your choice. All right, man. Well, kindness is always remembered on this channel, so thank you for that. Stu Deasy, Billy just gave you his foreign currency, so you're gonna have to become a paper money kind of guy, aren't you? Because you just got this guy coming on the way. I have to get some stickers made, in all honesty, and then I'll send you some stickers, Billy, for sure. Yeah, but Billy, also just make sure you send me your address so I can get or your PO box, whatever you got going on, and I'll get that stuff out to you when I find it. But I want to talk about something that I'm going to add to the website either today or tomorrow, and it's going to be so. Like I said earlier in the video, and if you've hung on this long, congratulations, you deserve a magic rabbit or something. I ordered a good bit of this supposed appetite, and it was marked as blue teal appetite. I bought a pound of it to go into a pay dirt contest I'll be holding later on in the year. I don't really know that it is what it was sold to be. A perfect example is earlier on in the video, we were trying to cover it in tin and it shattered, like the glass shattered, which is kind of, I don't know. Do a little bit of research. If it is real appetite, it was a really good deal. But because I can't really prove anything and I'm not smart enough to know all those types of tests, this is going to be sold as the median for dirt. Yeah, and when I talked to the seller, it was he acted very sketchy or strange about the whole situation. He he just he didn't give me the feeling that made me comfortable to pass it on as what it was. So it's going to be labeled as just random gems, but you guys know what it is supposed to be, and I'll also put a very detailed description when I post it on what it's supposed to be. But what I'm getting at is there's going to be 15 of these vials made up, each containing one zero point 0.1 gram of pay dirt. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, I know. But in one of those vials, all right, I got it, Billy. You can take it down. I'm going to paste it over into a different thing. So in one of those vials, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put more than just the apatite and the gold. I'm going to put probably this some pieces of tin shot in it, and that is going to be that vial. The 1 out of 15 vials is going to be worth a silver round, and I haven't decided which silver rounds I want to do. I think I'm going to have this going as a continuous type of contest. Every 60 days there will be 15 made up, and if there isn't a winner pulled randomly from that, uh I might just like pull it back and then put the silver round into a bigger contest vat where it just hasn't won. It hasn't been won. But I'm thinking about doing that. Those would probably be going for about $25 a piece, and that would equal 2 entries for a member for a piece for a half gram of gold a month, and 1 entry for everybody else, and then the chance to win the silver round, the 1 ounce silver round. So let me know if you're interested in that. Either way, I'm going to be posting that up there on the internet, and you can reach out to me or just get it from there. So that's, I think, my main goals for today. I'm looking around like a crazy person. I'm pretty bummed out that I didn't get that tin on top of that. I didn't get tin on the glass. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. We'll get that. We'll get that. Even if it's a different metal, and like Studios he brought up, bismuth is always a really good metal. I know I saw that you can coat a lot of crystals in bismuth. Like you can coat all sorts of different types of crystals and different types of rock families in bismuth. You just have to heat the crystal first. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. And again, if it's bismuth that we have to do it in, that's not an argument with me because I think that's a pretty cool one. Yup. Yeah. So and like if you don't do it, it does some weird stuff anyway. It doesn't do what you want it to do. But you know, that's something I've been looking into and wanting to do. So I think the progression of the channel will go furnace then bismuth experiments because then I'll be able to do I really want to make a gold button from ore to button and be able to smash that out and have that be a orderable product is just a conical mold that you can smash out, and that's something I really want to get to the point of. But one day at a time, right? And it's been a crazy year. I don't know. Yeah, I think well, and my idea in that one isn't just to do that, but you think about right, and so that's why I've been stockpiling the ore is so I can show that here's how much is going to come out of this. Here's how much is if you add like a flux versus if you don't do anything. I can send you one, Billy. I had those made up by the Wolf 56 down in Texas. You should definitely check out his website. He's a great guy. Very helpful. And I won't send you the one that we melted stuff on today. How about that? If that's a good deal. You don't want my Asian money, but you'll take my Texan made coins, Billy? I don't know about this. Well, and that's it too, is like you see you see this crazy dog in the background. She's part of the family, and Nigel, he's essentially the man of the house. He does we all kind of walk in line when he's over here. And I was hoping as soon as I started bringing stuff out today to get ready for this live, she started whining, and I don't want anybody to think that she's doing anything bad. She's tied up now because I was melting metal and playing with dangerous stuff, but I didn't want anybody thinking that she was being treated poorly. No, she's just a crazy needy girl. So yeah, the paw prints were a definite need for my fan or my channel. How old's your husky, Billy? Yeah, she's at a distance that's more than enough. And like honestly, I'm done with the torch. Probably could just take her off the leash before we go in, but she's that's all she does. Lays there. We went on a walk around this park yesterday morning, and as soon as we got off the cement, she just laid in the grass and just kept rolling around for a while. That's the same age as Diamond. That's the same age as Diamond. Yeah. Diamond's Caitlin's dog, and she's had her for a long time. She's a good dog. She just is loud. And she's good to Nigel too, which I was really worried about because of her size. They get going at it. I'll tell you what. I put some footage up, but I'm worried that people will think that we're staging fights or it's being unfair to Nigel. But you got to understand, he comes up and he just smacks her in the face, and for a little cat, it's It can be pretty rough. I yell at Diamond all the time, and it's not really her fault. And that's what Caitlin. It took a long time for Caitlin to train me on that fact because she's like, she's not going to hurt him. She's just playing. I'm like, I don't know. Because she will. She'll open her big mouth and just clamp on his whole body, and I'm over there like, no, get off him. And then everybody looks at me. Literally everybody in the house looks at me like I'm the jerk, and it's just like, okay, then I guess we're moving on. He gets her. He gets her, you guys. I'm telling you. So as much as I didn't want to post a bunch of uh what is it, stuffed animals on the website, that's something that's going to be happening too. I want to apologize to you all of that. Between the stuffed animals and all that, it's not going to be really fun products, but we'll get you there. That's why I'm releasing this pay dirt because I wanted to actually. Oh yeah, she's a talker. What I wanted to do was kind of put 24 karat gold leaf around this, and then the actual gold. But I haven't gotten the gold leaf in yet. But I also have nothing on the website posted for you to buy, so I gotta get this up there, and then we'll change things around once I get that in. I've never had a wolf mix. That's crazy. Well, it's not. It's kind of my thought on it is it's a way for you to search for gold in a medium that everybody can do, even if they've never panned for gold before. Because if you just put this stuff down on a plate, you're going to be able to move around the gems away from the gold. So that's kind of my idea on it. It's because not everybody has a gold pan or is really even panned. But I don't know. I love shot. I'm sorry. I just love shot. Caitlin thinks the gold leaf will just be more appealing, and I don't have. I personally don't have any belief system around gemstones and stuff like that. I think rocks are cool looking, and people like rocks. And I'm not bashing anybody's belief system, but I'm not trying to really appeal to anybody who. I'm never going to sell it as like a. I think one of the things I read was a psychic amplifier. That's not something you're ever going to see on my website. uh, you will see like pretty rocks, you know, but you're never going to see anything like that. I'm having a problem. I was been looking for silver shot because that's what originally I was looking for to put in for the winning 1 out of 15 was silver shot in one of these. And then if you found the gold and the silver, you knew you won an ounce round of silver. But I can't find silver shot. So if you do find silver shot, please send me an email. Let me know because I've been looking. Well, and that's it. Is like you can. I feel like this would be something that you could just do with maybe a toothpick, and I'll test that out. I'll put some gold in it. I'll pour it out, and we'll pour it on a paper plate and see if you can find the gold with just a toothpick and not having to pan. The shot or what should I sell on the site? The shot or the pay dirt, dude? Easy. Well, I can't sell most of anything gold related to spot price just because I can't afford it. So what I do is my plan is to just have winning, like for this contest 1 out of 15. Essentially, if you won that 1 out of 15, you got the gold for free and you got the silver round. You pretty much just paid for the silver round, which is kind of why I'm looking at this product. The shot, I am totally willing to sell 10 shot at silver price at spot price, because it's just, it almost looks like, I don't know. I just love metals. Yeah, this is tin. This isn't silver. This is just tin. I wish it was silver, man. No, I wish it was silver. I'm sorry for misleading you. I could try that, Billy, because as Sue Deasy brought up in another live, the pesos actually have a lot. The older pesos have a lot more silver in them than, from what I'm looking at, than a lot of our silver coins. But I don't know. Does that work? Can you just melt a silver coin? So you got me. Okay, Stu Daisy. I'm gonna be making another vial. Well, you guys, diamond's still tied up. You guys, let me know if you think you can just melt a silver coin to make it into shot. I don't know if that would work or not. And I don't know if maybe the reason people don't do it is because of the temperature needed. Oh, what did I do? Dumped all that water out. Oh, okay. Have you done that? What's the temperature you need? Oh, so a torch wouldn't be able to do it then, huh? You'd have to use a. Give me 1 second. I gotta go get more water. Huh. I know borax does in the gold. I wasn't sure if it did in all metals. I guess I'm gonna have to do some more research and figure out what coins are the most silver containing that I've got, since they are there. Well, I hear you there, Billy. I think most of us are just chilling and trying to learn through YouTube. You know, uh, I don't know if you guys have watched that one guy. Uh, he's melting. He melts a bunch of stuff, and he has his own like company with like machinery for mining and stuff. It's like Mountain Metal Mining Mechanics or something like that. I'll have to get you. I'll leave the link down in the description. He his videos are fantastic if you want to get into smelting. That is where to begin because he's got no he's got so many different things and it's easy to digest. You watch some people's videos and it seems like they're just, I don't know, to me they're way over my head. This guy is awesome actually. So I just kind of did that again, and I don't like how it turned out. There's still some really big flakes. Like that's a huge flake. It's not going to get anybody anything. But this one's pretty cool. I like that little bead, that little guy right there. Let's see. Get all that out of there. It's just a squirrel diamond. Okay. So that's what I was doing every time I bent down and wasn't paying attention. It's actually some really warm pieces down here. And I think the height difference, do it up. I think the height difference actually gave me the effect I was looking for more so. Because what I want are these like little teardrop, it's a tin. It got a lot of these semi ones. But I still got a lot of this stuff too. This snowflake, I refer to frosty like stuff. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the point like that's I forgive me. I can't wait to get to the point where I can melt down all these random little pieces of garbage I've been hoarding. And there's so many people who have done that. And I explained to Caitlin, I'm like, well, you know what? It's okay because it will be worth something. She's like, how is an aluminum coin going to be worth anything, Andrew? And it's true, but is it moose, Billy? Like moose scrapper? Okay, yeah. There's the American dude and then the Australian dude. Big Stack D Stacker and then the other dude. Yeah, they have some stuff. Well, that's what you kind of think of too. You got to be like, well, when did you don't start with a pile of scrap metal salvage just out of nowhere. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, yeah. I watch a lot of his stuff too. The Cheers mate. He's got his little dog Ignat. Oh, there's a couple more that I'm gonna save and put in this little file. But I'm not really impressed. I wonder because Stu Deasy said something about. Yeah, he's really cool. Stu Deasy said something about pour it onto a board, and then it pours better. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna melt this other nugget down, and hopefully it will give me better results than these ones have. I mean, there are some pretty perfect drops, but not the types that I'm looking for. And there's just like a bunch of dust. Yeah, no, I've learned a lot from him. The main thing I learned was that I want to start melting metal. Let's get this one down. So you can melt the tin with this little thing, but it's a matter of efficiency, I guess. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna start melting these lower temp metals, there's no reason to not go to like Ace Hardware or Home Depot and get this for probably the same amount, and it will last a lot longer than these guys, or than these guys. This I just have because I got it from a storage unit, so I wanted to see if it would work because I know not everybody has uh, these fellas, but a lot of people can get that from a gas station. No, Okay. Don't be me. Be better than me. I mean, what we're doing right here, so you can, if you wanted to do it with low temp metals, if you go back and you look at my video, my metals came, I got 3 pounds of low temp metal for only a couple $100, and you can really, welcome back, Stu Easy, and you can really do quite a bit, and you can really get a feel for what's going on without having to invest in anything other than, a pair of pliers and this. Like this, I think this 1 pound of tin was, I think, 115. And I'll be honest with you, man, I'm gonna be playing with these 11 little ignits, for these little nuggets, for a while. And I've got 2 pounds of pewter in there, and it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna do the same things that I tried to do with this, with that, and there, just in different ways. So I mean, if you my thoughts on things is it took me a long time to even get out to a place where I would pan on the river, because I was like, well, if I need to do that, I'm going to need a gold pan. I'm going to need a gold hog. I'm going to need all this stuff. Well, really, no, you don't. You can do stuff on the smaller scale, you know? And like I said earlier, I want a devil's forge, but I'm probably going to get a lower scale forge or furnace for the time being. So, there's always hand me downs, Billy. There's, just don't get discouraged. Keep watching those videos and make that leap when you can, man. Even if it's only a pound of tin. I'm going to try to melt this into better shot. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, Stu Easy. So again, hey Jeremy, welcome aboard. Well, you could be pouring low metals, Billy. Like these you don't need a forge. I'm melting these and pouring and stuff. Well, and that's another thing. I don't, what do you plan on? What do you want to do, Billy? If you only have a little bit of gold, like me personally, I only have a little bit of gold and a little bit of ore, so I really don't need a giant forge. And that was the conclusion I came to recently, is I'm not going to need a giant foundry or anything going on right now. I can do with a smaller one. If you're comfortable making one like Studeezy's talking about, I would suggest doing that, because I do see a lot of people being safe with it and doing like really cool things. I'm just not comfortable with my own craftsman's skills, you know. So this is what keeps happening is it keeps doing this. I'm getting more of flakes than the drops. I'm not getting really any drops in here. I'm not sure if it's because I'm not rolling it off a board. I'm not sure if it's the height, but there's a lot of these little yeah, flakes of such. You should. Hmm. And you can smelt the actual, like you would be able to smelt the ore with that. Well, Jeremy, I was melting a bunch of tin, but I'm probably done with that for now. I melted a bunch of tin and got a bunch of shot. I tried to. Yeah, so I would have to keep going with what I want to do. But yeah, I was trying to get the tin to melt on top of the glass, Jeremy, and stay there so it could be melted away, but it was not sticking. So we're gonna have to try some other things. I have another low melt temperature metal that we can try, but that's not gonna happen today because it's almost 12 o'clock already, and I got work tonight, you guys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking to get the actual like electrical charge going through. I just see myself blowing myself up with one of those. I don't know. I'm just not smart enough to trust it. You know, it's because it's the difference of blowing myself up with one that somebody else made is that much different, right? Well, you're just gonna have to go back, buddy. It really wasn't fun until like I don't know, maybe 20 minutes ago because I just kept melting it while sitting down. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the electric kilns, but like we talked about, just the my living situation in this space. Yeah. I'm not judging you if you were being illegal, buddy. Hey, man, Billy, don't just know we're all here rooting for you when you're ready. We're all making those little steps together. All right, you guys, I'm going to hop off. It has been probably an hour longer than I thought it was going to be. And I want to thank you all for joining. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.